Hey, good morning. Um, Resting down here in Massachusetts, and I was with Schneider off and on, Schneider National off and on for about since '93. I came back, I retired from the Department of Corrections. Came back, been here back 3.5 years. Uh, they assigned me to the Charlotte OC, which is operating center down in Charlotte. And to be honest with you, it's been a horrible experience. Um, Started out making decent money, loads. Now they might post 100 loads on the board and only maybe 10 maybe get the green light on already. You have they tell you the customer's going to be opened and the customer's closed. You got to fight for a VNU, which is vehicle not used. They beat you up on the miles. The empty miles are way overboard. They post it as airplane miles. I've been, I don't know, maybe 6 months tracking the airplane miles, as you say, the actual miles, and then the post office to post office. It don't add up. They'll put something on the board saying it's 100 empty miles, and when you get there, it's 200 miles. So that meantime, you're paying taxes on the road miles. You have to log the road miles, and you're not being paid for it. You get to a customer, and it's interesting. What brought my attention was that if you get your detention money, you got to wait 2 hours or something like that before you can put it in, or 6 hours. I don't forgot it. They changed it so many times. I had a customer call me from Lansing, Michigan, a light bulb place going to Vermont. Very nice guy. I had went off duty because I was running my clock down, and I waited. I didn't get out at about 7, 8 o'clock, but that's okay. He was a nice guy. He turned around and gave me a tip of $260 for waiting, which I thought something was wrong. I said, wow, I ain't never had that happen before. It might have been about a week or 2 weeks later, he calls me on the phone. He says, Schneider's trying to charge him for detention money, and I didn't even put in for it because the guy gave me a tip. I said, what? I said I was off duty. I took a snapshot of my tablet and showed him I went off duty, so there was no need for them to charge you any detention money. I said, you paid me anyway. I said, I didn't even, you gave me a tip. Anyway, that's one event. The other event I had, there was a road shutdown on 90, ban on trucks. And I think it was maybe a 400-mile trip, and it was like 4 days to deliver it. Really? So I called the customer, and I told the customer, I said, hey, look, I got your load. I'm in here. I said, they got a ban on trucks because of the wind. Yeah, they said put it in the yard next to the other trailers, which I did. And I said, I'm at home. I live here, and I'll just pick it up. I said, but I can't pick it up Monday because my truck is going to be in the shop. Anyway, she calls me. She said, well, when you get here Monday, what time are you going to the shop? I told her it'd be probably about 10 o'clock. Well, she called me early Monday morning, and I went and picked the trailer up and took it and put it at the truck stop, right? Went back, put my truck in the shop. That was one thing. Then I put in, they paid me for the load. I didn't realize they had paid me for it. And I didn't see it in one check, but then they had paid me the week before. Some old crap like that. I didn't see it. And then my wife bought a new electric Jeep, and the paperwork was delayed at the same time I was on my way to go pick this load up. So I went up to the Jeep dealership with her because, I want to make sure everything was right. And this lady from Schneider, lady named Patricia, in fact, called me like 4 times when we was trying to get the paperwork together. And this guy was explaining all the intricate parts of this electrical Jeep, which I still don't remember it. They gave us a book, but because it was so complicated. And she must have called me 4 times. I had to shut my phone off. Last time I told her, I said, listen, I contacted the customer and told the customer my situation and asked them if they would do me a favor personally and just put the bills in the box. I definitely will pick the load up, but I'll be late getting it because of the fact that, this Jeep issue. Oh, the customer's no problem. You've been here before. We'll put the bills in the bill box. Got there, everything was like it was supposed to be. I delivered the load on time. Do you know this guy, Robert Lucky from Schneider, chews me out for picking the load up late? He said customer service complained about it. How could they even know about it? Because the customer and I had a conversation. Apparently they was tracking the trailer and they made an issue of it. They did the same thing with the delivery in Rochester. They must have been tracking the trailer and made an issue out of it because both customers called me and it was okay. It was fine with it. So I find it suspect. So then, the same people that called me back about my check, Patricia and Robert Lucky, I right in my mind, I'm saying, okay, these are the same people. I'm going to use the word clowns. They called me back complaining about these two things, but they knew everything. Now, how many trucks does Schneider have? But they clocking me everything that I do. So I kind of lost it a little bit. And he said, the next time you deliver to a customer, you get permission from Schneider. Permission from Schneider. So you're telling me when the roads are shut down, I'm supposed to get permission from Schneider to find out what to do with their trailer? And you can't drive nowhere? That makes no sense. Typically, you find a safe place to park, drop a trailer, and then you notify them. It'll take 3 hours before they get back to you, but then you notify them. I just told them, okay, whatever. No, I didn't say it like that. I said, I'm going to be truthful. I ain't got to tell Schneider nothing. I did what I was supposed to do. Satisfied the customer and delivered and picked up on time. 1, 2, 3. It might have been 10 minutes later, I get a thing in the mail. Contract terminated in 15 days. Wow. He terminated my contract faster than he gave me an explanation of where my money was. That just tells me, you terminate somebody's contract, but you tell them you got 15 days to work. Really? You really think I want to work someplace? So I'm looking for a place to put my truck on. But what I say is that, personally, I guess I wasn't really making money there. I just got used to the Schneider system and I was comfortable. But there's a lot of caveats of working there. You got your terminals, you got your showers, you got your restaurants in the terminals. If you wash your clothes for free, it's some good quality of being there. It's not like it was years ago. I never even have to look at my paycheck because there was never no mistakes in it. But since I've been back here, man, every other week there's a problem with your check. You got to always give them the ST number to find out why you didn't get paid or why the load, this, that, and the other. And then on several loads, the rates change. And they post rates one rate, and then when you get paid, it's another. The rate that they put on there is really not the greatest. Not at all. Cheap freight, nasty folks in Charlotte. They snap at you, and you're supposed to take it. Then they treat you like crap. No, they treat you badly. I don't want to use the word crap. They treat you badly. They used to give you a company car if you had to pick up a part for your truck for about an hour, half hour, whatever the case may be. Now you're on your own. I wish a part of me is like, I wish I never bought this truck. I retired. I didn't really need it. Man, you got to be careful what you do in life. But would I recommend Schneider? And I used to recruit a lot of owner operators because it was the money at one time was halfway decent. I'd say run far away from this company. And I'm gonna be truthful. They're dishonest about the empty miles. They're dishonest about the loaded miles. They're not transparent with the tariffs, the rate confirmations, or the detention pays. Now, they say they're transparent. If you drive to, you got to make an appointment. If you drive to Green Bay, they'll show you it. But they won't mail you a copy. Even under discovery and under freedom of information, although freedom of information applies to government agencies. But if you file a lawsuit against them, discovery, they have to produce it. You file a subpoena ducis tectum, you can get it. But no, we'll go out our way and show it to you. You have to call, make an appointment, and drive 600-700 miles to see it, to view it. Why not make it transparent? When you book a load, they could have a link on their website to show you the load that you book with the ST number, the rate that they're being paid, the fuel surcharge, and the rate confirmation sheet. They could all be in one assignment on the tablet. Why is that? Why don't they make that available? That's being transparent. I'm going to tell you why. Because the fuel surcharge, they beat the drivers up. They pay you 15 cents a gallon at Pilot. The fuel surcharge to that customer is probably 50 cents a gallon or so much per mile. So they're making money on that. They're not going to be transparent with it. Now, do I know that for a fact? Yes. Like I told you, I had a couple of customers call me that I knew personally. And that's opened up like a light bulb in my head. And you're gonna if you're there, say 6 months, right? And you want to see loads that they're only going to show you the loads that you hauled. Okay, so that means you got to write down every ST number that you haul for 6 months. Locations, ST numbers, etc., etc. Then they'll show it to you. That's a lot of extra doodads. That's not being transparent. To be transparent is that you post it on the website like you do the loads and the rate and the miles. You post it. When they say load details, they should post it in the load details. Here's the rate. Here's the detention rate so the drivers know about it. Here's the parking. They could post all of that on the site if they want to be transparent. They don't want to be transparent. I would not run far away from Schneider. Not recommended at all. I'm sorry to say that because I've been there a number of years, but the last couple of years, actually the last 3-4 years, it kind of fell down badly when it went on before then, I guess, before it went on the public market. Not good. Not a good look. You're going to get drivers that tell you they gross $300 and something thousand and then cleared 150,000, 143, whatever the case. They had one guy, the last thing I could think of, Gonzalez. That's 50 cents a mile, man, clear. You can ride a company truck and make that. Drive theirs. So that's not making, that's running your equipment in the ground for nothing. And then you get guys that get these shiny new trucks. They think they're making money. They're desperate. And they're really not making their money. Don't believe the hype. You're going to get a handful of people that do well, that have done well, but they know the the ins and outs of Schneider. They know what companies don't have the delays. They've been there for a while. They make money. I strongly, and I'm not really putting Schneider down. I guess I am, but I would not recommend Schneider as a carrier for an owner-operator with their own truck. Go someplace else. Have a nice day. Be blessed. And I tried to post this without being angry. Give God the glory.